here you will see it's like a manage organization pay and chart structure. So if I click on this one, you will see it will show you all those data and element which are present into your system, right? So here if you open up this one, so this side you can search for it, and this side you can actually go ahead and create. So here in your search you can see all these detail like location group, geo zone, location, pay range, pay grade, all these detail. Anything which is coming after event reason, that has been moved to your managed data, that has been moved to the MDF. But anything which is before company, which is event reason also, that you will be doing that into your manage organization pay and chart structure. Now let's just see how we're going to work on the XML. For XML, I have also shared a software with everybody. Let me show you how this software basically it will look like. So that software, you have to install it in your system, and then only you will be working on your XML. So here you can see this is a software for your XML, which is XML path 3.0.4.112. That and just a very small software. So what you need to do, just double click on this. It just takes 30 seconds, and just keep on saying yes to it. So the moment you will keep on saying yes, and it will automatically set up. Then what you will do, you will download your those all your XML file, and those XML file you will this we're going to make those changes. So the latest one, which the XML file which I have here with me, that is B18 2011. So what do you mean by B18 2011? This means that this is 2018 and November. 11 stands for November, so November 2018, that was the last project which I did into your Employee Central. My first project which I did into Employee Central, that was in November 2014, right? So if you click on any of these details, you will see those 7 data model is going to come, right? However, succession data has been directly moved, everything has been moved into the MDF, which is a metadata framework. So in that case, you don't have to work on for the succession data in the XML, but corporate data and country specific corporate data is something which will be required to work on the XML. And there are only very few element and object, because almost like 80% SAP has already moved to into your into your MDF, right? So how you going to open this? You can see this file name, which is showing up here as an XML, and you can see this is B1811. So you need to do right click and open with, and this is a software which gets installed, which is your XML path. Now XML, you will also see it is also coming with the Office, right? But don't use this particular detail, because what will happen, this will corrupt your file. This is something with the Microsoft Office what they have, so we always open that with the XML path. If you click on this XML path, you will see your file will open. So here in your this section, you can see your file is, it has open here. So the first thing that you'll be reading, that is your B1811. So, the latest one that, you'll have to download, and, you'll have to upload, and work on it. So you can see this is B18, and this is a corporate data section. Now, before we get into any of your XML section, you will see okay, this is your search area, this is a selection, this is your preview, and this is a description section. Now in the preview section, if you see here, there is a whole lot of coding which is coming, right? And do not worry team, working on XML is very simple. It's just that you need a practice on it. So you can see here, the moment you open your Excel file, in the description area, there is some error it is showing. Before you upload your XML, you always have to ensure that there is no error in your XML. Otherwise, says, upload will not work properly. All right. So here, if you look at this, your error, it is showing up here as a file in the description area team. If you look at this, the file, it is showing up here as a HTTP. Then there is a 2,//svn, right? So if you look at the fourth line, where my mouse is, so you can see this is the same line what it is saying, right? So you can see HTTP, then double comma, then /svn view vc svn, right? So here also view vc svn. So it is what it is saying, this could not be found, right? So how you going to resolve this error? So you bring your cursor on the fourth line, so you can see on the left hand side, in the preview section, these are the line number it is saying, like 001. It's actually, it's a one line, right? So like this, you will see there are many line it is coming here, right? So like here you can see this is 30560, right? So you can see as you start doing your coding, this will have all these particular line. So what you have to do, because we are facing with the issue with the fourth line, so we're going to bring your cursor here, and what you're going to do, you're going to use your backspace. The moment you use your backspace, you will see that error has gone, but it is giving a different error now, right? So you can see the different error, it is coming here as a not well formed invalid token. So what you have to do, you have to give a space. The moment you give a space, again you will see it's going to have a different error now. Now you can see an error in processing external entity reference. So here you can see error in processing external entity reference. And then what you need to do, bring your cursor here, select it from your this line and till your com and just delete it. All right, so here again the error has not gone. So what you need to do, bring your cursor before this inverted comma, give a backspace and again give a space. You will see error has gone from here. All right, so like this, you will first make it sure it's like, you know, that there is no error coming, and then start working on your XML file. All right, so every time it's like, you know, people they have in every batch which I have taken, people they have often asked me to show this again. So, you know, with your batch also, I'll show this again to you. I'll not save this. And again, you can see it is coming as a 2018, you know, B18 and 11. So here again, I'll open up with your XML path. The moment you open up your XML path, you will see again the same in the previous section. You can see this is your, you know, you can see when it was this file it was made, and this is come here. Now, instead of I directing again resolving this error, does anybody wants to try this? How to resolve this error?
Yeah, Ashish. Just
Yes.
one question. If there
No,
is
you
an error
hold on. You have a question, or you have a you guiding me how
question
to
related to
resolve
this
this?
only.
Okay. Okay. Yes, Sana.
As you said, there could be an error which we
Uh,
need to.
no, there will be error.
There will be an error. Okay.
There will be
So
error. Whenever you
this.
download this XML from the website or you download this from the provisioning system, there would be error. So you have to resolve this error.
Okay. So every time there is this error, we have to resolve it in the same way. Like this is this. This
Yes,
is the.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
This is the way you have to resolve it.
Okay. So I'll try to just resolve it.
Yes.
We need to
Mhm.
bring our cursor before these apostrophe commas,
Yes,
and then we need to press the back button.
yes. I'll
We have to
press
go
the
back.
backspace. Okay.
Yeah. Then okay, we'll give some space, or I think we
Yes.
will just
One space, not some one.
yeah, one
Okay.
space. And then again, there's still the error, so we will select from the apostrophe comma till com,
No,
and then delete
after this comma,
after this.
apostrophe comma, which is after this comma and till com, and then
We delete it,
we delete it. But you can
right?
see error is still not gone.
Error
Yes.
is still there, so we'll bring the cursor again before the apostrophe commas, and we'll press the back button again, so there's no
Yes. Back
space,
button again, and
and
then
then again
again give a
space.
space. Yes. Very good, Sana. So here you can see your all these. You know, in the description, you can see that error has gone from here, right? So this is how you resolve all your error. Now let's move on further detail. So you can see this is a corporate data model. Here also you can see this is a corporate data model, right? And if you remember, I told how many data model we have, team? Srini, how many
Seven.
data model we have in your success factor system?
Seven.
Right. Can you name that? Which data model?
Yeah. Corporate data model, country specific corporate data model, succession data model, country specific succession data model, workflow rules data model, then propagation data model, and
Mhm.
workflow rules data model.
Right. Event reason and your with
Yeah.
workflow data model. That's right. So that's right, Srini. So you mugged up everything, huh?
Yes.
All right, fine. So that's a 7 data model. So, but you have to majorly work on the corporate data model and the country specific corporate data model. Then you can see this first 4 data model, right? Corporate and the succession. You don't need to work on this thing because succession, everything has been moved to the MDF, right? So the moment you open up your data model, you will start seeing your file like this. So you can see your corporate data model, and here you can see this data model is for the Q4, right? Which means, see, uh, in India, this is, in Western country, what happens there, they follow the calendar year, right? So, they follow from January to December. But in India, we follow from your April to March, right? So for them, this is like, Q4, it becomes December month. And for us, it becomes a last quarter, it becomes a Q4. For India, it becomes a January to March. That's a Q4. Right. So, but then you will have to follow the US only because, they are basically referring to December last quarter only. So you can see this is for the last quarter and they have made these changes. Not necessary that every quarter there would be a change, right? So you can see there was no change into your 17th. I hope you understand what is 1705, what is 1708, right? What is 1808, right? So these are the year and your month. So always understand that's a year and a month what it is showing up here. Apart from this, you can also, team, if you remember, I told you that, there is a certain data object and element which has been migrated to your MDF, right? So those object and element which has been migrated to your MDF, you will see that here they have very clearly specified like legal entity, it has been migrated. Okay, so you can see note as of Q4 2015. So this was Q4 2015. What they have done, following object has been removed from the corporate data model. Which object has been removed in 2015? It's a legal entity. Legal entity team. If you remember, I showed you with the MDF, right? How we can make those changes. So that was the changes. You can see it is coming here into the legal entity. Then you can also see the pay group, pay calendar. It has also been moved to your MDF, right? So which means you can't work on these object or element. Why I call these object or element team? So you would have seen it's like, there are certain places I call object, certain places I call element. That's how they have actually there, even SF also, some places they call it as an object and some places they call it as an element. In system, you will see, they will call this as an object. Here you will see they're calling it as an element, right? So it's a one and the same thing. Then you can see the corporate data model for the first data model to be configured for the employee center. These are the your object or element which you can work on your XML. Which are these? Like location group, geo location. Okay, location, you don't have to work on it. Except for location, rest everything, whichever the object or element is present into your XML, that you can work. Why we have to work on this? We have to work on this because let's suppose you have this location group, right? So if you try to create a new location group from here, you will see it will not take it. If you try to change from here, it will not take it. So you will have to take it from your XML only. Then you can see the workflow, and workflow you'll have to do the configuration, then come down. Once you come down, again you can see there is a corporate data model, right? So a success factor HRIS data model that is showing up here, right? Come more down, so you can see legal entities no longer here, then business unit is no longer here. Okay, then after that you can see the object and element. The first thing it is coming here, it's coming here as a location group. So here also you will find that location group, right? The first one it is coming here as a location group. So in the same sequence it will also display here, right? So here you can see the label, and if you remember in your MDF object that I showed you, that this is a label, and then every label there is a ID. This ID is the ID which your success factor recognize, right? But we don't make any changes into the ID, right? So here this is your label, it is coming. And let's suppose I showed you that how you can change the label, right? So if I click on this location group, this label, it is coming here. And I have also shown you how you can change the label, right? I showed you on the legal entity. So what I'll do, what is the name of my company? ADP, right? What's the name of my company name?
Yes,
Yeah,
ADP.
ADP. All right. So what I'll do, I'll put this here as a ADP here. All right, so you can see ADP location group. Now next time when I will upload this into the system, so what it will do, it will change to here as a ADP location group. All right, so this is how you can see this is a main label. Never make changes to the system ID. Always make changes to the label you have here. All right. And also one thing, so your XML is a case sensitive, except for the label, rest everything is your case sensitive. This, I don't know what you call this team, but uh, I don't know, you know, this line, you know, this bracket that what you're seeing, I don't know what you call this?
Less than.
Sorry?
Greater than, less than, less than.
Greater than, less than. Yeah.
Generally less than we can call it as.
Oh, okay. Okay, fine. So, okay, so this, so you can see this less than is actually your start of your line, and when you end the line, it is greater than.
Yes.
I don't think so. It's greater than, I don't know, whatever it is, but you know, less than, greater than, whatever. It's a start of a line and it's a end of a line. All right. So you can see we have changed your this section. Now, again, if I scroll down further, you will see there your label has, your field has started coming in, right? If you remember your MDF object, I told you apart from the label, then there is a field section which starts, right? Every field also there is a label. Remember? So this is a code. The first detail it is coming here is a code. So you can see this is a field, right? So this is a code. So this code also will have a system ID, right? So you can see ID it is showing as an external code. And if you remember that in the MDF, we were making changes with the external code, right? So first we used to figure it out what is the label that client wants it, what is the standard success factor label, and what is the ID, because with the ID only you can search for the label. So here you can see this is the label which is coming. Now let's suppose you want to change this code also. So here also you can see this code, right? And you want to make it as a ADP code. So what I'll do, I'll just write it here as a ADP code, right? And next time when I'll upload, then even the field will also change, right? Then you can also see there is a maximum length. I hope you remember what is maximum length, right? So if I just keep on typing here, it will become as a 32 or whatever, right? So if you want to change this from 32 to 90, so in that case, what you can do, you can come here, bring your cursor there. Okay, all these blue one that you are seeing here, team, these are the only area which you have to change. You don't have to work on any other area except for the blue section. All right. The red one that you are seeing, these are the attributes. So here you can see this is 32. So I'll bring my cursor and I'll make this as a 90. So next time when I'll upload this code will become as a 90. All right. Then let's see another thing. So we talked about label, we talked about maximum length, and we have also talked about ID section. Then there is a visibility coming here. Okay, visibility, if you remember in your MDF object, have I written? No, I have not written. Okay, so visibility, it was coming in your, it was coming in your MDF object. It was like your, you know, it was what it was visible, right? Visible, and then there was not visible. No, sorry, editable, not visible, and then there was the last section, it was read, right? But in your XML file, you will have your editable, it has actually, it's a both. And remember, it's a case sensitive. Both, then not visible, it's none. And read, I think it's a read only. So this is how you will see that visibility. Now let's suppose you don't want this code to be visible, right? Your client says that they don't want this code to be visible in the system. So what you're going to do that? Not visible, it's actually none, right? So what you're going to do, if you come into your XML file, here you can see visibility is coming at both, right? What is both? Both is actually you can see also, and you can make changes also, okay? So I'll come into this section, then apart from this both, I'll remove this. And what I'll write here, I'll write it here as a none, which means next time when I'll upload this into the provisioning system, this label, it will not display. All right. Then there is a required section. What is required? Required means mandatory and not mandatory. True means mandatory. False means not mandatory. All right. So what is mandatory? You know that very well. So this asterisk sign which is coming here, this is mandatory, and the other one, it is not mandatory section, right? So this is what also you will see into your this section, right? So this is your one field. Now you can see this field is actually starting from your this section, right? This line, it is 131. If you keep on scrolling down, you will see, okay, there is one more thing. Each of this field, you can see there is a language. Like you can see SA, it actually stands for Saudi Arabia, and rest of the country I'll have to see which is, I think this is your Denmark. This is Great Britain. So like this, you know, you'll see that. But where this label is coming here, so language label is, it will come here. Like, see, you can see this sign, right? This is actually your language translation, right? So here you can see this translation. So same thing, it is coming as a translation. So in Saudi Arabia, they will read code like this. Here in Hindi also, right? IN, it stands for India. So here in Hindi also, you can see it is coming as a code, right? So this is how the language, you can see it is coming in. And if you come here down, you can see there is another field which is starting, right? Which field it is? It is field with the name. So even after code, you can see there is another field which is starting, right? It is coming here with the name, right? Okay. Now instead of doing me showing you the you know, how we can work on the another field, I think I would like to involve somebody else who wants to volunteer this time now to tell me if I have to change this label, how I can do that.
I can do that. Like I can, if Bala and Srini are not doing it, I can do it. Like I'll
Okay,
try.
so I've already given you chance also, and Srini also have given chance. So Bala, would you like to try?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So tell me, how can I change this label? I want to make this name as a, obviously nobody will have a company name, right? But it's a
Yeah,
demo system.
ADP. You just put the ADP in beside name.
Right. Okay, I'll put this ADP. Now let me make it more complex, Bala. So, you know, I'll not make it so simple for you because, you know,
No problem.
okay. So now in this case, let's suppose I want to make this field as a, sorry, I want to make this field as a mandatory now. Tell me what to do. I told you, Bala, right? I'll make it complex for you. Yes, Bala. See, team, this is what you are actually getting paid for. You know, you will have to be very creative in terms of, you know, see, every possible scenario, it will not be possible for the trainer to cover it, right? We can cover just a basic section. Bala has gone off. I'm sure Bala is facing some internet issue, but he has gone off. When I asked him a question, he has gone off. Oh God. So I don't know. Should I wait for him? I'm sure he will join back, but there is some issue coming. Sana, do you want to try?
Yeah, Ashish, we need that required field here.
So what should we do?
Do we write it ourselves? Because
Yes, very good, Sana. So this is what the creativity is actually required. Because you can see it's like, you know, every possible screen and every possible thing, a trainer also cannot cover it, right? So
yeah.
somewhere, you know, you have to use your own creativity what to do that. And this is what actually as a IT consultant you're getting paid. You'll become a very good IT person, Sana.
Thank you so much, Ashish. I hope so.
Yes, yes. See, that's the promptness, you know, that, you know, when a person is able to understand, that makes a person, you know, big majority of people, they are not that good. Because I keep training people, right?
Yeah.
So
Thank you so much.
I
Thank you so much.
I know that. But don't worry, I know that Srini also, you know, he's also quite creative in that way because all right, Bala, no problem. So don't worry. We are doing the XML. I'll give you all the chances to again do that. Alright, so we'll still get lots of chances. So what we will do,
Yeah,
we will just
required is
either
equal to true.
who said that? Srini.
Srini, yes.
Ah, yes, Srini, I know you know that.
At a bit. Yeah.
I know that, so you know that. That's the reason I did not ask you. Alright, so you'll just copy this required false from here. And then what you need to do, you just need to paste it here. Give a space and paste it. Oh, what has come here? Oh, it's not the correct one. Or something has gone wrong.
We need to copy the whole thing. Required is equal to.
Required is equal to this. So what did I copy? Required is equal to, so here again I'll come here into this section and I'll paste it here. So you can see I have done it here. So you can see, team, the moment something goes wrong, it will start showing into the description, right? And now if let's suppose, Sana, if I have to make this your, what do you call it, required, as a mandatory. So how you going to do that?
Instead of false, we should make it true.
We will write true.
Yes, we'll write it true.
Yeah.
Yes, Bala, right. I think, team, let's make a practice of, that whomever I just call, that person only the answer. I'll give enough chance to everybody, don't worry. All right. So I'll give enough chance to everybody. So when I just call out your name, then only answer. I know because certain people, they already know the answer, so I know that. All right. So here you can see this is a false which has come here. And then what changes we can make in ID, Sana?
In ID, we can change the name, but we are not supposed to make the changes in ID.
Yes, we're not supposed to change the name into ID. And now let's suppose, Bala, if I have to make this not visible, then what should I do? Bala, are you there? Okay, Bala is responding on the chat. Yes, Bala. So what we supposed to do if I have to make this field as a not visible? Yes, Bala, I'm waiting for your answer. Okay, Bala has written, make it as a no, Bala. False you have written, it's like, that false it is when you're, actually you're making it mandatory and not mandatory. Can you open Excel? Okay, yeah, this is an Excel. Well, what happened to your voice? Right, I'll make it none, but where I'm going to make this none, you have to tell me. Where you have to make this none, Bala? Both section. Which is both? Where is a both section? Visible, yes, visibility we have to remove this. But better you check your internet connection, Bala, because I have seen that very frequent it happens to your internet, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to make it as a none, right? So this is how you remove your visibility. All right. Now let's see some of the more detail here. So here you can see this is another field. If I keep on scrolling down here, so you can see the another label, it is coming as a description. So here also you can see description, and the last one it will show as a status, right? So if I scroll down further below here, you will see as a status it is coming, right? If I scroll further down below here, you will see it is coming as a start date, right? Start date. And if I further scroll down, then this will be your end date. And if I further again scroll down, then you will see your custom string, right? So SuccessFactors is also giving the custom string, right? So here you can see that all the custom string it is coming here. So why this custom string it is not visible here? Srini, why this custom string is not visible here? And
whenever we need to add a new label or new field, then only we'll make it, we'll add, whenever we want to add the custom field to the particular, then
yes. But my question is very specific. I'm not asking about anything. So I'm asking very specific thing. It's like, why your custom field is not visible here.
Visibility is equal to none.
Yes, visibility is equal to none. That is the reason. So what should I do in order to that if I have to bring this custom string one in my success factor here in the field, what should I do?
If you want any field means visibility is equal to true.
Yes, what I have to do?
Here in the visibility section instead of none, then we should make it visibility is equal to uh, visibility is equal to true if I'm not wrong.
Visibility is equal to
True,
what is true?
true.
True. No. Visibility editable is equal to both.
Editing. Okay, both.
Both, right? So if you
Yeah.
will make it as a both, or even if you make it as a read, it will start showing up here, right? So like this, you will have to make all these changes. Okay. So if I again scroll down here, you will see custom string 2, right? So like this, they have a custom string 20, right? So if I keep on just navigating here, you will see 20, 15, 20, it will come. And after 20, it will start custom string date. So you can see in the preview section, it gets very difficult to work on it, right? Because let's suppose if I just bring my this cursor, no, not the cursor. If I bring it down, you will see it is showing as a custom date 5, right? But I don't know which element or object field it is talking about. Correct? Because so in the previous section, you can see it is, it gets very difficult to figure it out that which object or element you like. For example, let's suppose if I come here more down, so you can see custom long 8, it is showing up here. Now it is this is a field, right? But by this time you may know it's like how to recognize a field. But then which element or object it is talking about, that's something which we don't know. And if you keep on looking at, which is the above one, then it's a wastage of time. Right? So there is a easier way. What is that easier way? On the document outline, you will see here you have all the element. So if you click on element, this is talking about the location group. If you talk about this element, you can see it is talking about the GeoZone. If I talk about this element, you will talk about this location. So if I talk about this element, so here it is talking about the pay range, right? So you can see this is much more simpler, right? Because in this case, you know which is the element they are talking about. So here you can see they're talking about the pay grade. Now let's suppose if I come here into this location, this element or object, whatever you call the team, this is a location group. Now, how do I check the field for it, right? If you unlock this one, you will see this is a label. This is nothing, just a language, right? So if you scroll down further, you will see the field will start coming, right? So this makes the job much more easier. If I click on field, so you can see we made changes to the code, right? So we made it as a ADP, right? So if you look on another field, you can see this is name. If you look on another field, you can work on the description. If you work on another field, you will see it is coming here as a status, right? If you work on another field, this is start date and end date, right? So you can see there are all the fields are visible here. So like this, you can point out which is the area where you have to work on it. If element or object or either the field location, right? So like this, you can see all this detail, you can point it and you can start working on it. Any question as of now? Okay, all right, Bala. So no question. Okay, so in that, okay, so as of now, team, what I have done, I have shown you the difficult part of your XML. So if you understand this difficult part and if you are fine with that, so let me show you much more easier way how you can work on the XML. So even this is also not difficult, right? You just need to practice on it. First time, yes, when you see that something, you feel, you panic. But if you open up your XML and just spend somewhere around 20 to 30 minutes, you will see it is not at all difficult, right? So, okay. Now you can see we have been working on your source section. Now you can see there are other tab also coming, right? So if you click on the table view, so in your table view, you will see your section will start coming here, right? So it is the same thing. Whatever it was coming on the source view, it is coming on the table view also. So in your comment section, so first thing it's like you can notice here that is coming as a B1811, and you know what is this means now. Now you can see I have also shown you on the source code also, right? This also I showed you that which are the object that you're going to work on it, and which are the object that which has been migrated to the MDF. If I scroll down further below, you will see all these corporate data section it is coming. Now here you can see there are, let's see how many elements are there into your, just hidden everything. Let me unlock this first. Okay, so you can see there are total three HRIS element or object. So that makes 3. Then here again you will see there are 9. 3 plus 9 makes it 12. And then you have a 4, right? 12 plus 4, that makes it 16. So only 16 object element which you have to work on the XML, rest has been migrated to the MDF. So if you unlock any of these, you will start seeing that which are the objects. Like you can see this is a pay grade, pay range, pay component, frequency, address, dynamic role group, right? So like this you can see all these element or object. So I'm going to show here that the first one which was coming in as a 3-1, right? If I unlock this one, you will see there is a 3 like location group, geo zone, and the location. This is the system ID. We don't work on the system ID, right? Okay, one more thinking, wherever you will bring your cursor, and if you come on the source value, you will see it will take you on the same line. So here you can see I am on the location group. So if I come to the source value, you can see again you are on the location group, right? And this is a label. So this is a location group, right? Again, if I come here into this section, so this is a label, right? You can see this is the main heading, right? Location group. But this is a system ID. So how do I check for the label? Unlock this one. So you will see ADP location group as a static, right? So you can see the first one, it is in English, and rest of the other detail, it is into the other language. Same thing, it was coming into the source value also, right? Now, if you have to make those changes, so what you need to do, you need to double click on this. When you double click on this, you will see this line, it gets open. So here again, I will remove this, and I have removed my company name. And in this case, let's suppose I want to give it here as a ABC company name. All right. And again, I'll come here, and again, I'll come to the source value. So you can see it has removed. It has, instead of ADP, it has become ABC. So whatever you will be doing on the source area, it will reflect into the table view. Whatever you're doing in the table view, it will reflect into the source area. All right, so this is a label. This is a main heading. Then every label, there is a field, right? You can see there is a field section. Now there are two field which is showing up here. So often people, they ask me, it's like, which field to work on. You work on any field, it will take it. All right, so don't worry why they have shown two field. This is how the XML has been design team. So if I open up this field, right, so you will see all your field ID will start coming. External code, name, description, status, right? Each ID, there has to be a label also, correct? So you can see external code and there is a label. So external code, if you remember, this is a code, and text, it was showing as your only the code section, right? But we made this as a ADP code. So here you can also see the same thing, it is coming for the field also. Every field also there would be all these label, right? So if I want to remove this ADP and I would just want to write as a ABC, and if I come here again, you will start seeing that in the source field also, you can see this is a field, right? You can see it has taken as, instead of ADP, it is coming as a ABC code, right? So like this, you can see all these section. Now here you can see this is 90. You know what is 90 stands for, right? 90 character that you can do that. If you want to make it as 32, you can write it here, and vice versa, again it will start showing up here. So here you can see it is 32, it is showing ABC code, right? If you make it here as a 90, it will show again in the table view also 90. So if I come to my table view, here also you can see 90, but I want to make it as a 32. Then you can see this ID, ID we have already discussed. Visibility we have already discussed. So there are three kind of a visibility. None is actually, you are not making it visible, but I want to make it as a read and both. So I'll take it here as a both. And if I want to make it as a mandatory, I'll make it as a true. Right? So this is how you make your changes. So same thing here also. If you want to make it as your visibility, whatever, read or something, so you can make it here as a read, and required option, you can do that here into this section. All right. So this is how you make changes to the table view. Everybody is clear with the table view team?
Ashish, yes, it's clear. I just wanted to ask you that does that mean we will need to, like, we can work from on any of these, like either we can make
Yes.
changes or, okay, whichever we want to.
Whichever way you feel comfortable, you can go ahead and make those changes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. So now I have shown you this part also, which was, generally in every batch, when I come to the table view, so people, they say, that this is more comfortable for them. But for me, it is both the comfortable. It's just that you need to practice on this. Okay. So we have covered your element and object. We have also covered your field section. All right. Now, if you remember, I showed you the pick list. Now, let me show you how you're going to create a pick list from your XML file. Now, you can see there is a custom string 1. It is coming, right? So let me see. Now, in this custom string 1, what I'm going to do, okay, I created a new pick list, which was with your, in the MDF, right? I showed that city and I created New Delhi and Ayodhya, right? So same thing I'm going to continue here also. I'm going to make this label as a custom string 1. I'm going to make this label as your city, right? So here, if you come into this section, so first thing what you have to do, you can see it is coming here as a custom string 1, right? So what I have to do, I have to double click on this and I'll make this as a city. So here, this is my first requirement. So this requirement has been done. That's in label. I have changed this to city. Now, where do I, okay, this is a city, but then you also have to make it as a pick list. So how you're going to make it as a pick list? Select this line, come to the source field. So when you come into your source field, you will see that here as a, after you this label, give it a space. You will see this line will open up. There is some coding which is involved. Open up your, what Bala said, lower than, right? So lower than, open up your this section, right here as a pick list ID, and give here as a equal to. Now you can see this is equal to sign has started coming, right? Light EC, and then, oh, this label has not changed to city team. Oh, why this label has not changed to city? I really don't know why it has not changed to city. Oh, there is a issue also. Let me remove this line and let me see why this has not changed. Okay, anyhow, let me cover with that only. So you can see this label is coming here as a custom string one, right? Just copy this line from here and bring it here. All right, and then after your inverted comma where it is coming, just bring a forward slash and you will see your line has been closed and you can see there is no error coming in now, right? So here, if I come into the table view, in your table view, you will see your same line. It will show you as a pick list, right? So here you can see as a pick list, it has started coming, right? But let me see why the label has not changed here. Label, where that label has gone original. Was showing as a cursor. I think it did not take it. So here it has not taken up here, right? So like this, you can see, you can go ahead and create your all these pick lists, right? Main thing it was to show you as a pick list. Okay. Now, but so this is, it's like, now when you will open your this Excel file into the provisioning system, it will create the pick list detail for EC custom string 1. Now, how do I bring this New Delhi and Ayodhya? Yes, team. How do I bring this New Delhi and Ayodhya? Sana, if you have seen my last video, which I think you missed on yesterday, so in that one I have covered this.
No, Ashish, I still have not seen it. I will do that.
All right. No. So let me come to either to Bala or either to Shini. So how can I bring this pick list team into the system now?
Yeah, we need to add New Delhi and Ayodhya as
But where are you going to add?
list in the XML.
That's right, Shini.
Yeah.
No, not in XML, not in XML. The source value has to come into the data center. And if you let me duplicate this another screen. So this data center, if you come here, so you will, so just type in your, what is that, pick list. pick list data center, it will start showing up here something.
Yeah,
Pick list center. So click on the pick list center, and
yeah,
in your pick list, all those existing pick lists you will see here, right? So I'm not
yeah,
sure if there is anything with the city. So if I type in here in the city, you can see there is city coming here, right? So if I click here as a city, you will see here if your pick list starts with a city. So in that case, you will have to come here and you can see it is coming here Ayodhya, Kanpur, Jaipur, London, Noida, right? So you can
yeah.
come here, select this plus sign and add your value into your XML. Okay.
Okay. Like pick list, all the pick list we can directly add here, right? No need to.
Yes.
Yeah, no need to do in the Excel. Directly we can add in the pick list.
No, you can't do the pick list in the XML. Whether it's a
Yeah.
succession data or whether it's a corporate data pick list, I've covered that into yesterday's session, Chini, which you have missed. And in the succession data, I've shown you, sorry. In corporate data, when it is coming in the MDF, then I have shown you how you can do that directly in the system. And
Okay.
in your when it is into your manage organization pane job structure, I have shown you now how you can do that. Both the places you can do it with the pick list center. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Now, Srini, what I want you to tell me how to create the custom string for custom string 2. Okay. Now, in this case, I want this to be a state. And in state, I want this to be, let's take it Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu. No, what Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu is a state or a city team?
Yeah, Tamil Nadu is a state.
It's a state, right? Sorry, huh? I just and Chennai, which name they have changed to Chennai? What was the old name?
Madras.
Madras
Madras
become
is a city.
Right. Madras is a city. So I just got confused. Okay, anyhow. So so this is how I want Bala. So I hope you're clear with the requirement which I have given, right? Right, city as a label, and under this label I want Maharashtra and the Tamil Nadu. Now tell me how you're going to work on this custom string. I want exactly in the same way. I'm not, like for me it did not take it as a city, but you have to bring this as a state here. So tell me what to do.
Yeah, like
Okay, Bala is yes. Okay, Bala is all right. Fine.
we need to select custom string.
What, Srini? I already showed you, right? In today's session.
We need to add the pick list, right? We should go to the
I
pick
don't
list
know
center.
whether you have to add it or whatever you have to do that. Just guide me how to do that.
Okay. So in the pick list center directly, right? Not in the XML.
In XML, you have to tell me how you can create a pick list, right? And you are already a success factor consultant, right? If I'm not mistaken, Srini, you already worked on pick center, right?
Yeah. I worked on pick list center. That time we have.
That time it was different thing. Yes, I know because I trained you, right? It was different thing. Now they have come with a pick list center, right? So that's the reason I covered with the pick list center this time. I did not show them the whole thing. Yes, Bala, but because since you're not able to communicate, so it will be difficult for me to read your all the text. That's the reason I did not ask you. But I want to know, Srini, how you going to do that? Tell me.
I'm not very sure about this XML, but in the.
But Srini, I just showed you in the today's session only.
Yeah. So we need to go to the table view. Then here.
We need to come where?
Yeah, in the. Okay, we need to select the custom string.
Yes, I've already selected custom string too. Then?
Then we need to add it as a pick list.
How are we going to add this as a pick list?
uh, the next session, like
Which next section?
next column, like
This column. This
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Okay, how do I do? Srini, if you'll do like
I-
this, how you will clear your interview, tell me.
Wouldn't we
Right?
go to the label first, Ashish? I'm sorry to.
Sana, let Srini only answer that. Don't worry, Sana, I'll give enough chance to everybody. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Srini, if you will do like this, how you'll get a job in Singapore, tell me.
Sorry, I did not follow properly, I think. So
Okay, no problem. So let's come to Sana. So Sana, what you will do?
I'm not. I'm like I can't remember
Oh, you also
exactly, but
not sure. Don't tell me.
go to label first.
Yes, first thing we need to change the label. Okay, what label I'll change? Acha, this is, I don't know why this is starting from the essay. Let's see if all the labels are starting from essay only. So let's see the custom string this label. Here also it is starting from, I don't know what to do here. Let's see, acha, I think let's start from this label. Or we need make changes here. So here in the custom string to what I'm going to make these changes, Sana?
You want state, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll write state here.
Right, we'll write state here and we'll select this line so that in the source value also the state comes here, right? So you can see state has started coming here. Then
Yes.
after this, Sana, what we will do?
We'll create a new code here. We'll give space.
Yes. Space where?
Just come to the end of this
Enter.
line. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Press
here
enter.
we'll enter. Yeah, enter, and then we'll create a new line with the less than. It'll start with a less than
Yes.
mark. Then we'll write
Uh,
label.
No, not label, pick list.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we'll write pick list, then ID,
Yes.
and then we'll write is equal to,
Hmm.
and then we'll write EC,
Hmm.
and then we
Then
need to
just
copy.
copy your state, yes, and bring it here. All right. After this, then come to the, after your inverted comma, press /, you will see line will automatically close. All right.
Yes.
If your line does not get closed automatically, understand there is something wrong with your coding.
How will it end close automatically? Sorry, Ashish.
I did not see you. If you remember, I just type in as a /. It automatically taken as a this greater than sign.
Okay. Okay. /.
All right. So if I come into the table view now, so in your table view also you will see it is coming as a pick list, right? So pick list as a state, it will start showing up here. So
Yeah.
if you have to bring this value into the system, what you will do, you'll go to the pick list center and add this value to where you're going to add this, you're going to add EC state, right? Just like you can see, I have selected this one as a, which value it is. I've selected as a ACT code, so you'll select it as a EC state, right? So like this, and then you will add your value into your this section, right? So this is your all these detail section theme. This is how you add your pick list here. Now also let me show you there is a PII. PII is actually, it's nothing, it's just your, if you remember, I showed you the mask and not mask in your MDF, right? So same thing, you can do that into your this section also. It's actually very difficult to find it out where is PII. So here I don't know how, where do I, if I have to find out the next section, I don't know how to use this next section team because here it gets very difficult for me to XML to find the PII. So in most of the cases, you know, I don't know where this PII is actually coming here. So PII, wherever you will see, it's actually your, it's nothing, it's just a mask system. So mask, it's like where you do not want the text to be visible. So in that case, you can make it as a PI true or false. False means it's not going to be visible. True means it's going to be visible. And then there is also one more thing, which is an association. Association is something I'll cover this into the coming session because I have not shown you the association on the system also. So it will be difficult for you to understand those association. All right. So with
What
this,
is
we
PII,
have
Ashish? I'm sorry. What exactly is PII?
PII is actually a mask, Sana, because you did not attend the yesterday session, right? So in
Yes.
MDF, I have shown you the mask, how you can mask a particular field.
Okay.
So
Okay.
just see that, yesterday's session, you'll get this.
Okay. Okay.
And Bala, you have to do something about your internet because I can see on and off you are just coming and going and coming and going. All right. So with this, we have finished off with your this part of it. If you are clear with your these three section, almost like 50% of the issue which will come into your employee center, you will be able to resolve this. All right. Then from tomorrow, let's come into your PPT section. In your PPT section, we're just going to start now. I'm not quite sure till where I have covered team because there's several batches which is going on. I don't know which batch I have covered what. This we have covered, right? So have I covered all these things? Have we have just seen the Excel part of it, right? Have I covered the corporate and succession data?
I don't
No.
think so. We have. I did
No,
not
no.
see this.
Oh, who said this? No? Bala.
Me, Bala. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So we'll start your tomorrow's session from the corporate and succession data PPT, right? So the one which is coming here, and then we will see how we can take it. What else topic it's going to come in the employee center. All right. Chalo. So log in tomorrow also, team, same time.
Ashish, I just have. Bala, please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Ashish, I think my laptop, I think there is a GoToMeeting problem, or right?
Okay.
I feel I don't know. I mean, is there anything need to be updated from GoToMeeting side?
No, there's nothing. Even if you have a old GoToMeeting also, it's there. I don't think so there should be an issue.
Okay, but in my desktop it is coming continuously. In the laptop, I can it is a sharp 8:55. It is getting error. 8:30 I'm opening. 8:55 it is
I think
getting error.
your website has some virus in it.
Okay, internet issue.
Yeah,
it was saying
I'm not sure it's an internet issue because what you're telling me, I think it's a virus issue. Because when that's the reason on the laptop, which I do the training on, I don't serve much on this, any unwanted site.
Okay.
All right, like my earlier laptop, I used to watch a video online. The one which is like, I used to like this Crime Patrol a lot, so I used to. So Sony, they stopped putting that on the YouTube, right?